folks, this is a showdown we've circled on the calendar as number 1 goes on the road to face a top 10 team. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start at the 25. Try to adjust, and it's their first timeout. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. They're going to the air in the first play. And he's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Oh, he's bringing it back. He's going to take it in. A game-changing play. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, the defense could not have written a better script than this. First drive of the game, not only do you come up with a pick, but you spot your offense 6 points right away. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell their offense, just sit back and take it easy, fellas.
And the point after is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Murray. And he's brought down to the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back through a pick-6 in the last possession. First play taken a deep shot. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but little early nerves on the part of that receiver. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be in that postseason at the end of the year. That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away.
Number 64 in punt formation to kick it away.
We'll see if he can make a play on this return. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and it'll cost the offense 5. shotgun. Here's an inside give. He fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Buckeyes. There was no catching him that time.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size. He's got the speed. He's a difficult matchup. And here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Murray. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? Look at him out throwing here to start the drive. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Looking to pass here on second down. And he slings it deep back to the left side. Oh, grabs it near the sideline. It's a huge gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a first set of downs.
My gosh, this receiver is outstanding. A huge play for this Florida State offense. And tell you and I have been coming into Tallahassee a long time. We've seen some great receivers. Guys like Johnny Wilson, most recently, a big, tall target. Anquan Bolden could do everything. Maybe one of my favorite players of all time, Peter Warrick. And going back to Fred Biletnikoff, played, of course, in Florida State.
Second down coming up.
Important second down play coming up.
Double right. Lasso. Lasso. Lion. Freedom. Freedom. Ready, ready.
There's the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. The Noles hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's looking to scramble. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
This is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it, and gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
And the Noles will have 1st and 10 here.
Come on, set.
With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Makes a quick grab. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Powers through. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just with 2 yards. This, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Miller. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a 1st down.
The drive stays alive with that 1st down completion. Offense looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. That's caught. It's Miller. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain.
Man, I love that they continue to go back to this talented wide receiver. That's back-to-back plays with big gains, and it's not surprising. Like I said, the scouting report all week long, we heard about this guy's ability to make plays against this defense, and the quarterback and the receiver right now have a nice rhythm going.
The defense with more pre-snap movement. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that call.
Offense now behind the sticks on 2nd down. They need 12 after that 1st down loss. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Miller. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the 1st down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
It's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. The Buckeyes offense is on the move now.
Confident play there on 4th and 1. Get behind the big fellas up front, get a good push. You have to like that call in this part of the field. A punt there doesn't net much of a change in field position, so the right call is made and you pick up the 1st down.
After a clutch conversion on 4th down, let's see if they keep feeding the running back here. Defense is coming after him. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The offense with 3 tight ends now on 1st down, trying to create a mismatch. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. He eludes a tackle. Oh, and he fumbles. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And he drops back in the gun. Catch made, looking for the goal line. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now.
Man, Chris, everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all 4 quarters, it could get really ugly by the 4th.
The Buckeyes looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed and ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Murray. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. This should be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Florida State.
And one final play before the end of the quarter.
691, Gators ball, Gorilla, Griffin, Green 25. Go.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And they finally get him down, but a huge gain to wrap up this first quarter. Let's check out the quarterback comparison here through the first quarter. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime, the crucial 2nd quarter beginning right now. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Pressure is coming. On the move, looking deep down the right side. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously, but I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape, broke loose from the pocket, and put the ball on a string, but just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Breaks into the clear. Here he goes. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Knowles.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And it's incomplete, just out of reach. Too much on that throw.
The outcut is a routine throw, but it really illustrates how much time the quarterback and receiver have worked on this route. Because the more you work on it, you can close your eyes and make this throw. But it's not easy if you don't put a lot of reps in.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That's reeled in. It's Miller. And the game just good enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
And at first down, they go right back to him. Has a path to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Attack on the PAT. It's a two-touchdown lead now, 28-14. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's Murray. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. QB gives himself up for a sack.
You know, once you leave the pocket, you're a fish in shark-infested waters for this defense. They did a good job of getting after him in a hurry.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Backed up at the 1. He's going to throw it. Fires quickly to the left. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
What a great job here by the defender on a deep ball downfield. One of the toughest things to do is get your head turned back, locate the football. He does it perfectly and bats it away.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Fourth down and very long, but the offense still on the field. They're going to go. Backed up at the 1. He's going to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. Pass is broken up. Turnover on downs. What a stop.
Well, Chris, there's crazy, then there's what we just saw. I'm not sure what this head coach is thinking. Late in the game, trailing by a bunch, I get it. But you've got time, way too early in this game, to go for it on 4th and a mile.
They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Ohio State. Still no answer for this offensive machine. If we had a short field, the offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Murray. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on fourth down in their end and got stopped. Running out of time in the pocket. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
Second down and long now from their own 6. They'll run it from the gun. Ball carrier tackled there.
What a job to bounce back by this offense. They get all the yardage back that they lost on this run and more. Now they're back on track with a very manageable 3rd and short.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looks to the left. Pass caught. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
The Seminoles lining up here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw here. Lets it go quickly. Wide open downfield. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. And the Seminoles pick up enough for a first down.
Get set, get set.
He's looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, they don't hit this one, but I love the idea of the offensive coordinator continuing to try to find the hot hand as a receiver. They missed this one, but keep throwing him the football. He's a mismatch against his secondary.
So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. The receiver grabs it. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Okay, we reached the 2-minute timeout. The offense some work to do here trying to cut into this lead before halftime. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide.
Here we go.
Looking to chuck it again. On the move now. On the run, he'll let it go. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board, and now the offense has a chance to kick a field goal by that missed opportunity and dropping that interception.
The head coach keeps the punt team on the sidelines for 4th down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Bringing pressure. Looking to scramble. Oh, and they'll trap him back there. A fourth down stop and a sack, no less.
I love the aggressive nature here by this defense on this fourth down. The offense is going for it, and instead of sitting back, they decide to attack that offensive front. They get after him with a lot of bodies, and they're able to come up with that sack.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He'll throw it now. The sure hands. It's Miller. Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. First down at the 44. Buckeyes will come to the line to run the hurry up. An inside give now from the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
There you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Delivers quickly to the left side. Pulls it in. It's Miller. Brought down quickly, but the game moves the football to the 30.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. That completion makes it second and short. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, Everett's getting pushed back here. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. He escapes the pocket. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Looking for 6. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Of course, with another touchdown, this first half could not have gone any better for this offense and this team, building up such a big lead. And on the other side, oh my gosh, now you really start to see who's got some fight, who's a competitor, because you got a big hole to be able to climb out of.
Turn starts inside the 15. He goes out of bounds right about the 43-yard line. The offense will begin right there in good shape. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. I believe their line lining up to attempt an onside kick. Oh, the kicking team makes the recovery. Well executed onside kick. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. A lot of work to do in the second half. Down big. Can they get something going right now? First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking for the wideout. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a 1st down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got 4th down.
The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial 4th down try. Receiver in motion now. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense.
Oh, my gosh. A drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and a chance at an interception in the end zone. Could not quite hold on to the ball. It's going to be 2nd down.
Boy, he just missed another one, Chris. That would have been touchdown number 4 for this quarterback. Still, what a performance we've seen from this guy today, and he's not done yet.
After the incompletion, 2nd down now from the 35. He'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And the wideout goes in motion. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. That gain moves the ball to the 17, 1st down. The tackle may have been the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down, you got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
1st and goal, Ohio State.
The Buckeyes looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal.
Military stunt.
Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. The defense drops him for a loss. Quick backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. Ball back at the 6 for a 2nd and goal off that loss.
They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Touchdown, Ohio State. This offense really clicking.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Murray. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Remember, last time they went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Oh, the ball comes loose. Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
To dart to the left side. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare. A wide-open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You could throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Using his legs here. Finds room at the 30. And the gain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
The Noles have first and 10 here. They'll change the pre-snap look now.
29 Philly.
On first and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the left side. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. They make the tackle, but not before it gets all the way to the 40.
Boy, that's got to be a breakdown in coverage or a missed assignment. There's no way that a receiver should be that wide open.
Breaks free. He's past the marker and still going. They get him on the ground finally, but it'll be first down from the 14.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And the Noles are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The pocket breaking down. And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on first down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
He keeps it on the design run. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
Well, at this stage of the game, this offense is clearly thinking it's 4-down territory. They need points on the board, and they need them in a hurry.
The Seminoles trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. They'll run the option. Defense stuffing the runner. Ball still spotted at the 2-yard line.
Boy, they go with the quarterback option here, and the play just didn't seem to feel like it had much of a chance. The execution just off. You got to either keep that or pitch it. He was a little bit hesitant and allowed the defense to get to him.
Second down and goal upcoming. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Automatic on the PAT.
The kick is good.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there.
And the Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Makes the diving grab there. That was beautiful. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
You know, as a quarterback, you end up having one of those days that everybody wants to talk about. How'd you do it? What a big day throwing the football the way he has today. Well, it takes catches like this and efforts like this to be able to allow you to have a great game.
He's in the clear. They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42.
I mean, it seems like every time this guy touches the ball, it's another big gain. This poor defense, it's just not been their day at all. What a dominant performance by this offense, on the other hand.
That massive play moves it across midfield to the plus 42. First down. And looking to throw now on first down. Pulls it in. It's Jones. Powering through a tackle. They can't get him to the ground. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And they'll stop him after a short gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. On the move now. Caught near the sticks. It's Miller. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This offense cannot be stopped.
And I don't care who you are as a defense. When a quarterback's sitting back there for that much time, the secondary has no chance to stop an offense. Good job by the quarterback to find the open target for the touchdown.
And the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Murray. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Picks up the first, looking for more. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
Let's go.
And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. 1 quarter to play in what has been a beatdown so far.
Florida State, 21.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They open the fourth by going to the air. He's running out of time here. On they trap him for a sack.
That's another sack. What a job by this defense. Even with this sizable lead here early in the fourth quarter, they are not letting up. They don't even see the score. They're still in that attack mode, and I love to see it.
Come on, set. Read up, read up. Go.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. And that's the fullback making the catch. That was not a big concern for this defense when they built the game plan, but maybe they have to shift the focus.
Yeah, they have to, because this guy's athletic enough to be able to make that catch. This guy pounds those shoulders in to make blocks play after play. I think it's very nice to be able to see him finally show what he can do, catching a...
It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Could take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. A huge defensive score.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
21.
Bringing it out, it's Murray. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16.
And your Florida State Seminoles will take over 1st and 10.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Ball handed off. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass. So instead of throwing it, he hands it off on some nice positive yards.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. They bring him down at the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, man, that's what they've been looking for all game.
First down, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wide out. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. We finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And the Seminoles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. Short pass finds the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Incompletion makes it 2nd and short. One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
The Noles are in the red zone.
Cut. Griffin.
The pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to scramble. Caught by the receiver. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback's scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Looking right, this one caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I know they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. And I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
Now the important point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? Leaning on the run game here. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a 1st down in the red zone.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
Point after, knocked right through. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Murray. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Play action here on 1st down. He escapes the pocket. Extending the play now.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking deep for late game heroics. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. It's a quick grab. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
They're going to run it here. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down at the 47.
Hey, where's that been the whole game? That's actually a nice run. It has been a tough day for this offense, but you know what? You love to see the offensive line and the running back still out there competing, trying to show the coaches that they're not worried about the score. They're going to go out and show their competitive spirit, and hopefully that will help them down the road.
First down, looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So the holding call on the offense will back them up 10, and they'll try it again. First down here for this offense. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
It's just so hard in these late game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Swarm for the pass rush. A sack.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.